Sioux City City Council once again delaying a vote on a proposed development near the Leeds neighborhood. Knife River Corporation wants to reclassify a 30-acre piece of land at 3700 Jefferson Street to allow for its expansion. The council decided to defer the vote yet again due to the absence of council member Alex Waters. Knife River hopes to use the land as a ready-mix plant, aggregate stone stockpile, and equipment parking area. Some residents say they worry about the noise and the dust should the company build a new operation there. Mayor Bob Scott says it should be in a different location.
There are places where you develop, and I don't think this is the right place. I've told Knife River that. I don't have as big a problem with Knife River not being a corporate citizen, because by and large they're a very good corporate citizen here, but there just are places where these type of projects don't belong.
The council will take up the vote again at next Monday's council meeting.